All right, Shalom. I'm going to start first by giving all praise and glories unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai, call halal Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the house of David the elect, those that shall be chosen for salvation in these final days. Shalom. Yeah, double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, right? Because they teach us not to do nigga shit like this. A brother makes a mistake on a breakdown, the hammer comes down hard, man. So how much more with nigga shit? Which this is a response to ISUPK's Carnal Antics, posting, all this black at the gun range, AK-47s, which are illegal. I believe they're still illegal in this state, which they look like AK-47s. That's the enemy of the so-called white man's the AK-47. Straight up, that's their gun is the M16. The Russians' gun is the Kalashnikov, man. But anyway, so with all that being said, man, we have to understand that it's necessary. But we must still warn them that they're about to bring holy hell upon themselves. Some of the men of the Lord will be caught up in that and wrapped up in that and taken down. But we know that this is part of what's supposed to happen. This is another sign that this Bible is true, of building up our faith, of this is the last time, that this is the end days right here. This stuff must take place, we're that much closer, because all that the so-called white man has done and is doing as far as his government and trying to end these gun laws. They're trying to end gun laws, but then you post guns on social media with guns and all kinds of crazy amounts of liquor bottles in the back. That it don't get no dumber than that, I don't plan on putting on the comments, but I'll cut them on. But I'm gonna just kind of run through this a few scripts I had written up from my perspective, and then closing out. But if brothers are watching or sisters is watching, whatever, if you brothers have comments, go ahead and to add to the lesson, please do. I'll try to get to them, but try to keep it short, because live is just the easier way and faster way to upload for me. So anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna start off with let's start off in Proverbs, book of Proverbs, because a lot of times, man, these niggas don't realize what they're doing. They don't understand that it's a necessary evil. It's a necessary evil that must take place in this day. There's a role that they must fulfill. That role is playing the Judas, man. They have to play Judas. Somebody has to play the role of Judas to take down the men of the Lord. Somebody has to play that role. And that's what IUIC and ISUPK is doing. One is playing the Malcolm X, which is ISUPK, and the other playing the Martin Luther King, which is supposedly IUIC. When you look at the general perspectives that they come from, that black people identify with, and this whole black people identify with, that's really what the so-called white man identifies with. All right, so I'm going to start right here. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And I've been reading some of the comments that some of these imbeciles have been leaving on comment boards to the responses of brothers that have done these rebuke and reprove videos, letting them know that they're going off with the perspective that they're coming from, And basically they're saying they don't see anything wrong in what they're doing. Are they going to come in your house? Well, you have that ready, but you don't put that out there, dumbass. You don't put that out there. If you do have guns, you don't put that out there. You tell them to come. You're marking yourself with a big target for them to come get you, and to demonize your brothers and sisters, which proves you don't love your brothers, man. You don't love the brotherhood. I don't know. I'm not over there. But it doesn't seem like you guys have a true understanding of what this truth is about, nor do you understand the brotherhood of this thing, man. What about the brothers in your camps, that don't have guns to protect themselves? Now they about to get rolled on. That don't know martial arts, or don't know whatever, tactics or whatever system you have in place to protect yourself in that day. Over here at Great Millstone, what we have is the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. That's all we have to protect us. That's all we really rely on. Everything else, we may have certain, a pound or two of rice, beans, or whatever stuff. Whatever, brothers may have a few things like that, But at the end of the day, we make sure that it's all founded, and grounded by the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. That's the end game for all this, man. It's through Yahweh Shem Shai, So I'm reading it again. It said, "There's a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death." Yeah, you thought you looked cool posting up with the big shotguns and rifles and going to the gun range on Vice Land and all of that. But now you just put a target on your back and every other Hebrew Israelite out there. You just done that with the whole Michael X. Johnson thing, with the whole Black Lives Matter thing, and the new Black Panthers, or whoever that's black, because you guys use that phrase black, and you identify with that black, and then you get shown up there with all that black. Oh, by the way, Sakari, you're in on that too, buddy, because that symbol on the T-shirt looks generally the same. I mean, with the whole Star of David and all that looks generally the same as everybody else. I got another one in Proverbs. I'm going to try to keep this moving, keep it as short as possible. Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai. The Creator set this up, and he knew the whole plot of everybody that had to do it. So when he chose his elect, that he was sanctified, according to Jeremiah, the 1st chapter, he also had the rest set for destruction, man. He has his elect number. We don't know who that is, to keep us honest and straightforward and sincere. That's the householder parable, about we don't know when the hour of the householder will come back, because if we knew, niggas, brothers would be chilling, man. We would be niggas up knowing, like, I'm already written in the book of life, But it keeps us on our toes and keep us fresh and keep us working hard and diligently to make our calling and election sure, Anyway, it says, how then can a man understand his own way? You guys don't even see that you're doing wickedness, man. You don't even see what you're doing to the rest of everybody, let alone to yourselves. You have no clue what you're about to do to yourselves, what you have already done to yourselves. But we continually warn you, but you get mad at us for warning you. Hey, this dude's arming up to come get you right now because he saw you has gun. You have the AK. You got all kinds of other semi-auto and automatic weapons that you're shooting at the gun range and whatever else. All that shit you're doing, thinking it look cool, you're doing that. But guess what? That's further pushing the prophecies, man. Pushing race wars, pushing them coming in like a flood to get sparing none that fear the. Let me get it. It's a lot. I stumbled too many times on it, man. It's just best to get it. If I can't get it verbatim or close to it, man, roughly paraphrase, I got it. And I know where it's at. I gotta get it. Right? 2nd Esdras, verse 16, verse 70, it says, "Yeah, for there shall be in every place and in the next city a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." Right. Verse 71, "And they shall be like madmen, sparing none." And why are they going to spare none? Because they seen you loading up, and as soon as they see one, they say we all look alike. So when they see you come in there with all kinds of guns, they expect every Hebrew Israelite to have guns, not to be faith-based, to be carnally based, which is smart on their part, which is what the Heavenly Father's agenda is set up to be this way for. Because when they come in like a flood and we're unarmed, guess what? And we just suffer whatever trial and tribulation come upon us, but we stand stiffly for the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, then do we deserve salvation. You know, but for you carnally minded Negroes or black people out there, black Hebrew Israelites out there, you deserve that term black on you because y'all are the ways of death, man. For you that's carnally minded out there like that, he gonna roll on you, man. He gonna roll and roll hard on you. Bottom line. It says, they should be like madmen, sparing none, but spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. And we're the only ones that really fear the Lord, man. Those Hebrew Israelites that truly are sincere about this thing, man. The rest of you don't fear the Lord. You don't think what he can do. You worried about what Esau. You want to shoot back against Esau. You know, I have faith that Esau can shoot me. He can kill his body if he, you know, whatever. But I'll be risen through Yahweh Shem Shai. Or if Yahweh Shem Shai chooses, he can make me invincible and you can't kill me. Have me out there like Luke Cage, man. You know, and any other brother, man. I believe that about the elect. You know, Lord willing, I'm of the elect also. You know, anyway, it says, reading it again, it says, a man's going, this is back in Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai. How can a man then understand his own way? You guys don't even understand your own way. Yep. You guys don't even understand your own way. You know? You don't even realize what you're doing to yourselves. You know? So anyway, moving on. Yeah, I hit those. Let me go to let's go into this right quick. Colossians. Yeah. Book of Colossians. Yeah, Colossians will work first. Colossians chapter 3. Let me see. Let me see how high up I can start. Yeah. And the way the dude looked on that one with the gun and the brother Yashua put the gopher face on him, man. That was perfect. That summed it up to a T, man. That was perfect the way he summed that up. That was absolutely perfect. The water brother for that. I need the comic relief on that, you know, because I don't believe niggas is that stupid. But hey, these so-called Israelites, man, they seem to prove you wrong all the time. Anyway, so I'm going to go to verse 5. It says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. Yeah, man, what you need guns for, man? We trying to get spiritual power, man. What do you need guns for? We don't even consider what we going to say in that day. You know, we don't even consider that. We simply worry about if we're going to be saved or not. And then the Spirit will guide us when it comes down to it, man. That's all we care about. The rest of it is futile, man. I don't know if y'all are listening. I see a couple of watchers. It says a couple of watchers are on here. I hope the audio is good. The mic is moving, but I don't know if it's good or not. Lord, what it is. If anybody on there chatting, give me a sound is good, video is good. But either way, I'm gonna keep it pushing. It says this is Colossians 3 and 5. It says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. Fornication, uncleanliness, inordinate affection, evil, concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry, for which things' sake the wrath of the Most High cometh upon the children of disobedience. And here we arrive at the point. You guys are the children of disobedience, man. You're not following the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Y'all not putting your whole fear, trust, and faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Some of y'all, like at IUIC, y'all don't even acknowledge the name to the public. I won't say you don't acknowledge the name, but you don't acknowledge the name to the public. That Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai are the names. Y'all still using Christ, the Most High, and you know, which is a cool title as far as the Most High, but His name is Yahweh. The water, bro. You know, it says, yeah, for which things' sake the wrath of the Most High cometh upon the children of disobedience. Hey, and that same wrath, one vessel to honor, one vessel to dishonor. We always use that from Romans the 9th chapter for Esau, but that's also for the 2/3, man. That's also for the 2/3, man. You guys are vessels fit for destruction also, man. Because you niggas can't get it, man. You can't get right. But we know that it was necessary through the will of the Most High God, Yahweh, that it was meant and set up this way. You know, it was set up this way that, hey, some of y'all gonna get destroyed, some of y'all gonna be all right. You know, the elect is gonna be all right. All right, so it says, for which things sake the wrath of the Most High cometh upon the children of disobedience, in that which ye also walked sometime when ye lived. So like, there we go. Oops. Salaki, my bad. My brother called in just now on something separate. But anyway, so you niggas are the children of disobedience. We know because we used to be that way before we came into this truth. Now we do our best to walk in the ways of Yahweh Shema Shah to the best of our ability, you know. But you guys don't. You guys aren't looking with your spiritual eye, and the negative reaction this is gonna have with some of the actions that you have. This so-called white man's gonna come down having great wrath because he knows they have a short time left. But then he look at you guys and you make everybody an easy target. But we signed up for brothers that may not fully understand what this is we're into. We have signed up for this. We signed up to be persecuted because of other men, just like Yahushua was. You know, Yahushua was persecuted. So our servant is not greater than his master. You know, it says let me go to it. Let me see what else is in here. Yeah, that's good right there on that one. Now I want to go to Ephesians. Yeah, Ephesians got a couple good ones in there. The book of Ephesians, we're going to start with 2. Ephesians chapter 2. Ephesians 2, and I'm going to start at 2 and 1. It says, and you hath quickened, Salaki, and you hath he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins. Yeah, we were just like the 2/3, man. We were dead in trespasses and sins, and then we were quickened. We were renewed and refreshed, brought back to life. And how do you brought back to life? With the spirit of this word, man. With this word right here, man. That's what brings you back. You know, that's when you learn to live the right way. When you walk in the statutes, laws, and commandments to the best of your ability. You have faith. Those are the things that bring you back to life, man. That's what quickens you. You know. So when we came back through that, you guys got to come back after death, the 2/3. But guys like the ISUPK, they're gonna help the enemy come in like a flood on us. You know, that's gonna happen. So continuing on, it says, wherein time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air. Hey, that's what they're doing. They're walking according to the course of this world. Because when somebody says that they're gonna come in like a flood, and they're gearing up, and they got people like the NWO, and then they got people, you know, the neo-Nazis. They got them, and then they got these martial law troops, Gurger troops, and all of this. They got all these people that's gonna come against you. Hey, the carnal idea that you're gonna think of is to get your guns ready, man. You know, to be on that Onyx, that 92 Onyx tip. You know, 93, I guess. You know, Onyx tip, man. But that's not what the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai teaches us through His word, man. It's not what the example that we were given to live through righteousness. But it's told us that there would be men that lived that way, you know, that walked in that way in this time, you know, and they're fulfilling that role, a necessary role that must be filled. You know, it says, where in time past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, and the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. That's the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Just because you woke up to the fact that you're a Hebrew Israelite doesn't mean you're still not a 2/3. Doesn't mean that you're still not the children of disobedience, man. Because there's some men out there that, hey, let me say it, you know, spirit hit me to say it, and that just because you're in great millstone don't mean you're of the elect or not the children of disobedience. So we all got to watch ourselves and help watch out for each other to keep us straight in line, you know. But they're fulfilling a role that is necessary in this thing, man. They're playing a role which further leads us to have faith that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahshua is gonna come back and save his elect, the way he said, with the cloud and the whirlwind, with his chariots, and destroy this white man and put us on top in the kingdom of heaven. If you needed more proof. Right? It says, verse 3, it says, among whom also we have had our conversation in past times in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and that they were by nature the children of wrath, even as others. Yeah, we know that mind state because we came from it. We see the carnal nature that you niggas is putting out there. We can see with our spiritual eye and our naked eye just how you guys are setting this thing up, that you guys got to be paid off, man. Why is Johanna not telling you, hey, don't do that shit? But he was front and center on Viceland himself. Nate doing his own thing, putting that negative light on the Hebrew Israelites, making it to be a worldly thing where you don't have to completely refine yourself into a new man, putting away all the carnality that was once in your life. Anyway, moving on. Now let me jump over to the 5th chapter. The 5th chapter has some good stuff in it. Yeah, the 5th chapter. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. 1 second. Bear with me. Let me find exactly where I want to start up at. I'm starting at verse 5. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 5. It says, for this ye know that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man who is an idolater had any inheritance in the kingdom of Yahushua and of the Most High God Yahweh. It says, here's the point, Salaki. Here's the point, verse 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words. Hey, and if Yohana's allowing this to go on within his camp and acting like it's all right, which he co-signing it because he was himself on Viceland pushing that spirit out there with ISUPK. So he's what is the word to use? He's deceiving you with vain words, man. That's only going to lead you to the ways of death. Saying that we're going to get up in the gun range and put it out there that we go to the gun range as a camp and we do this and we do that. That's only going to lead y'all to destruction, man. Because when this man sees it, guess what? He takes that as a threat upon his kingdom. Plus, when you look at what the scriptures actually say, Salaki, everything, alarms, everything, people calling. Yeah, well, anyway, it's all cool, man. Anyway, so it says, but Yohana himself is out there putting deceiving words out there. Got people worried about the black Hebrew Israelites and Project Megiddo, the effectiveness of Project Megiddo. They're still, Megiddo's still on the board, man. They're still gonna use Megiddo, man. They're still gonna come in with Megiddo and really use that. That was put in place back in like 99, and they're gonna really use that. They used it on the apostles back when the 2000 thing, back in 2001 with 9/11. They're gonna continue using it, and they've been watching all of y'all since. They probably, when they approached y'all way back then, and it's just taking effect now. Who's to say? But prophecy is being fulfilled. Prophecy is being fulfilled, and they must play that role of necessary evil. They are the children of disobedience, and they will be destroyed. Thus saith the Bible. We read the top of 6 again. It said, let no man deceive you with vain words, because of these things cometh the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience. Because of these things, because y'all won't take heed. Like it says in Ephesians the 3rd, let me go to it because I can't verbatimly get it. But in Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, I spoke wrong right there. It says, it says, Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 18, it says, when I say unto you, the wicked shall surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way. And that's what we've been doing. Here at Great Millstone, we've been warning you that y'all are being wicked, man. We've been warning you that y'all are being wicked by putting that image and that spirit of our people out there. because we're supposed to be faith-based. We're not supposed to be carnally based. Go and grab up weapons and whatever else. We're not supposed to be doing that. That's not a vibration to push out to our people. Nor is hip-hop and whatever else. That's not the vibration, but a diligent man that walketh well upon the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is the way that we're supposed to be given an example of. Does that mean we don't go out and have a good time? Yeah, we do. But not not overtaking in these carnal things. Going to the gun range, making hip-hop videos, making this truth a place of merchandise, making it about something about partying and BS. No, that's not what we're doing. It says, nor speaketh to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but the blood will I require at thine hand. So we gonna get caught up too if we don't warn you guys. Right? It says, if thou warn the wicked, this is what we're doing. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. And that's what we're doing. That's what the apostles have taught us to do through the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, to warn all you guys where you're going off and correct them, whether it be ourselves in Great Millstone or in any other group. Wherever we see BS at, we got to go warn them and get that out of there, man. Make sure that our stance is that we're going to stand with what the Bible says, not with what your own carnal way says or your own vain opinions or hearts say. You know? But like it says, I'll read verse 20 anyway. It says, again, when a righteous man do turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, that's not the one. Yeah, verse 21, it says, nevertheless, if thou warn the righteous man sin not, and he doeth not sin, he shall surely live, because thou hast warned. Yeah, so either way, man, our job is to warn you. The long and short of that is our job is to warn you, to let you know that y'all going off. All right, back in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 6, it says, let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience. And we don't want to be partakers of that wrath. We truly do fear what Yahweh could do to us, man, what he could send upon us. That's why we're out here doing what we do. That's why we'll take the heat and the scoffing and so on and so forth that the 2/3 and the rest of the world throws at us, man. Because to us, it's worth it to get salvation from the thing, from his wrath. Man, it's no question it's worth it. We'll take the law on every worldly way to get salvation, man, away from his wrath, which he promised to give to his elect, his chosen, if we do the things that's written in this book. And we're doing it to the best of our ability through faith. It says, be not ye partakers with them. Yeah, for ye were sometimes darkness, but now ye are light in the Lord. Walk as children of the light. So we're warning you, stop walking in that dark way with all that damn black on, looking like warlocks and like they said, the Black Panthers with Bibles. That's what they look at you as, Black Panthers with Bibles. Y'all look the same way like Huey P. Newton and all them dead Black Panthers, but y'all just got a Bible, with y'all. I can't even say that y'all reading it because y'all miss scriptures like this. Anyway, moving on, man. Yeah. Everybody has a role to play, right? And which is the point of this video. Everybody has a role to play, including Peter. I'm gonna use Peter as an example. I'm gonna go to Matthew, because Peter thought he knew what he would do, but when it came down to it, he did what the Spirit had him to do. Man's goings is of the Lord. How then can a man understand his own way? To quote it again. Oh, I'm in the wrong book. That's why I can't find it. We're going to go to Matthew chapter 26. Some good stuff in this chapter. Actually, I got quite a bit out of this chapter. Yeah, I guess both of those are in. Yeah, the next couple of scriptures are in this. So we're going to start up at 34, which is, let me see. Yeah, I'm going to start up. I'm going to start up at 30. It says, basically, this is an account about Peter denying Yahushua 3 times. And Peter didn't believe he would do that, but guess what happened? Just like them guys don't believe that they're doing wrong by letting them know, hey, we got these guns, we gonna come up and and trying to look cool. I don't know what the point of holding a gun. One thing in the world when I grew up that I understood about guns, you don't ever show your gun until you shooting it. Until it gets to the point where you have to shoot that gun off, man. That's when you show a gun. Because if you see I got a handgun pistol, guess what he gonna come with? He gonna come with a shotgun. If I got a shotgun, he gonna come with an automatic weapon, or whatever. He always gonna come with a bigger guns, and ain't nobody got bigger guns than Esau, man. Esau got the biggest guns, as far as carnality goes. But the one that has control and bigger guns over everybody, I don't mean like projectile guns, but weapons over everybody, is Yahushua. They have the biggest guns, man. And so I'm riding with them. I'm going to let them be my bodyguard, but I'm going to do the things that they told me to do so I can be within that strong tower, that protection. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Not just following after, oh, guns are cool, this is supposed to be cool. Nah, man, that ain't what this is. You got this thing mistaken. Maybe Yohana's not teaching you guys the way to walk in this thing or something. Maybe that a couple of those guys are just rogue. But like we said, we had Yohana himself on Viceland putting that spirit and that image out there. So what are we to believe? That you guys are set up and you guys are supposed to help bring the enemy in like a flood, which through the spirit we have to understand is a necessary element involved in this thing. Just like this prophecy was of Yahushua telling Peter that he would deny him. Verse 30, this is Matthew 26 and 30. It says, and when they had sung an hymn, they went out to the Mount of Olives, and then said Yahushua unto them, all ye shall be offended because of me this night. For it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad. But after I am risen again, I will go before you into Galilee. So Peter answered and said unto him, though all men shall be offended because of thee, yet I will never be offended. So Peter thought he had it figured out. He thought, I know what I ain't never going to be offended in you, Lord. No. And Yahushua said unto him, verily I say unto thee, that this night before the cock crew, thou shalt deny me thrice. Peter said unto him, though I should die with thee, yet I will not deny thee. Likewise also said all the disciples. So everybody said that same thing. Oh, we ain't going to deny you, Lord. No. But Peter made a bold statement that he wouldn't. But he don't realize, at that point, he didn't realize he was being carnal. He didn't realize, even though he was being carnal in a righteous sense, he was being carnal, which makes it not right, which makes it wicked, because he wasn't being spiritual. He had to be, like, these guys are not being spiritual. Yeah, if the day comes, you got to defend yourself, and the spirit has you find a gun or whatever, you have a gun and it has you to defend your house or whatever. That's a different whole something else. But that's not to be taught. The spirit will have you do what you do in that day, but to sit up there and be with the guns, going to the gun range, putting it out there for the whole world to see, that's just a stupid mentality, man. That's just a nigga mentality. That doesn't belong inside this word of the Hebrew Israelites, man. It don't belong in there. Anyway, now I got to jump down to actually when it comes true in verse 69. It says, now Peter sat without in the palace, and a damsel came unto him, saying, thou also was with Yahushua of Galilee. But he denied before them all, saying, I know not what thou sayest. He said, and when he was gone out of into the porch, another maid saw him and said unto them that were there, this fellow also was with Yahushua of Nazareth. And again he denied with an oath, I do not know the man. I swear, man, I don't know what you're talking about. That ain't me. It says, and after a while came unto him, they that stood by and said to Peter, surely thou also art one of them, for thy speech bewrayeth thee. Right? It says, then began he to curse and to swear, saying, I know not the man, and immediately the cock crew. So on the third time, he denied him again, and he said, hey, I know not the man. He was fervently assertive that he didn't know who they was talking about. And they even let him know it was Yahushua, right, of Nazareth and of Galilee, right? It says, and Peter remembered, it said, I know not the man, and immediately the cock crew. It said, and Peter remembered the words of Yahushua, which said unto him, before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. And he went out and wept bitterly. Yeah, he cried about it, man, because he realized he was being carnal when he said that. And though he said he wasn't going to do it, the Spirit was on him to do it. That had to take place, just like these guys. It has to take place that they fulfill this carnal lot to help Esau come and get us, man. That Project Megiddo ain't written only carnally. That's written in the Spirit also. That's set up for us so we can go through that hour of temptation, that time of Jacob's trouble. We have to go through that. All of this is building up to take place, to roll the red carpet out for the salvation through Yahweh Hashem Yahushua when he comes back to redeem his elect, man. All that is set up for that. That has to take place. You know, anybody that's denying that action from happening, man, you know, we don't deny over here at Great Millstone. We don't deny that from happening. We just have to warn you simple ass niggas that y'all being stupid, man. That y'all about to get everybody pinched, you know. Anyway, another verse in there was we're gonna go up to verse 16 about Judas, because when Judas became one of the 12, did he know then that he would be the one that gave up Yahushua? No, he thought he was doing right the whole time. Just like these niggas think that they're doing right. They think that they're doing right by having that, by putting that spirit and that image out there. You know, you can't tell them nothing. You can read their comments on the comment board. You can see that they think that they ain't doing nothing wrong. But when the door gets kicked in and they just don't even get hauled off into no concentration, they just get smoked or whatever comes upon them, and they don't see the salvation of it, guess what? Then they gonna understand. So we're gonna go up to I'm gonna start at Matthew chapter 10, verse 2. It said, now the names of the 12 apostles are these: the first Simon, who was called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and his brother John, and John his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus, and Labanus, said, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him, who also betrayed Yahushua. Now, when they were called and they were put in, did Judas Iscariot understand that he was going to deny Yahushua? Just like Peter didn't understand, like, I would never deny you, Lord. No, they both didn't. But through the Spirit, this was a necessary evil that had to take place. This was a necessary element put into the big picture through Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that had to take place. And these things were written aforetime for our learning. So we know that there has to be someone, if not a group out there, to fulfill this role. And guess who that is? With the things that you're doing, you're fulfilling that role, man. You know? Just like not talking about Esau and all the other madness that ISUPK is putting out. I mean ISUPK, IUIC is putting out. ISUPK and IUIC, man, you guys are putting out a bunch of bull, man, saying that you could take the chip. You know, you leading our people to destruction, man. But we know those roles have to be pushed. We know that role has to take place. Romans 13 is written in there for a reason. That we know through the Spirit that they will push that out to be used against our people in a wicked way, not in the way that the Scripture was intended to put it out there. You know, they're gonna push that Scripture out there for you to take that chip, just like they've always done, man. There's always been people out here that's done this type of thing. So anyway, getting to it, and then I'm gonna wrap up and close after this. This is Matthew 26 and 14. It says, and one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went into the chief priests and said unto them, it said, went unto the chief priest. He went. When he was called as one of the 12, did he believe that he would do this? Well, here it is. It said, and went unto the chief priest and said unto them, what will ye give me, and I will deliver him unto you? Who's the him? Talking about Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, the anointed Savior, you know? It says, and they, who, I'll just clarify this because I hadn't done it, you know, who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ, man. His real name is Yahweh Shai. Anyway, it says, and said unto them, what will ye give me, and I will deliver him unto you? And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver. So they made a deal for 30 pieces of silver. Okay, yeah, you gonna bring him to us? Okay, for 30 pieces of silver, then I will give it to you. Hey, when this comes down, just like in that movie, The Matrix, was Cypher? I think his name was Cypher, the dude that was giving up Morpheus, man. Same way. He said he wanted to get Neo. I can't give you Neo, but I can't give you the Coast of Zion, but I can give you Morpheus. You know, and that's what he did. He gave up Morpheus in that first Matrix, right? Same role that Judas is playing, right? 30 pieces of silver, so he can get some 30 pieces of silver, which in that day that was good. You know, 30 pieces of silver, you came up right there. But at what price, right? It says, and from that time he sought opportunity to betray him. And from that time he sought opportunity to betray Yahweh Shai. You know? And so we're going to jump down to verse, where we at? I had it written down. Yeah, 20. Yeah, right here, Salaki. Verse 20, it says, then they was at the Passover when this was going on. It said, this is still Matthew 26 and 20. It says, now when the even was come, he sat down with the 12, and as he did eat, he said, verily I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me. And this is the mind that we have. We know there's going to be someone or a group out there that will betray the men of the Lord. You know, starting with Yahweh Shai, that will betray him. Right, it says, and they were exceeding sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I? And everybody was like, we know you know, is it I? And then he says, verse 23, it says, and he answered and said, he that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. Right? The Son of Man goeth as it is written of him, but woe unto the man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. Yeah, but woe unto you guys that's going to betray the men of the Lord, man. Start with you guys at ISUPK, man. Putting all of that negative image, because we're not that type of Israelite, man. We're supposed to be faith-based. We're not supposed to be, yeah, we got carnal, we got guns, we got the armbands, we got the boots, military boots. Nah, man, that ain't what this thing is about, man. This thing is about faith, man. About having your faith, man, and rehearsing the righteous acts and warning the people of what's coming. You know, and giving the heathens their judgment. That's what this thing is about. It says, I'll start back at 24. It said, the Son of Man goeth as it is written of him. But woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It had been good for that man if he had not been born. It would have been of good if you niggas wasn't born, man. That's why you're going to be killed. If you, especially like Yohana, who's willingly knowing he's putting that type of BS out there, like Nate, willingly putting that BS out there about not talking bad about Esau, about even though the scriptures talk bad about Esau, not warning people to not take the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. You know, you guys it'd been better if you guys had not been born. Verse 25 said, then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? He said to him, thou hast said. You know, and that's pretty much the lesson right there, man. And by them putting out them images of holding guns and dressed in all black, calling themselves black Hebrew Israelites, so on and so forth. They're just fitting right into that spirit of destruction, the children of disobedience, man. You know, but we know that has to be, a matter of fact, I got one more script, then I'll close out. But that has to be the spirit that goes on, man. That has to happen. That's part of the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You got our vessels fit for destruction, man. Upon the Lord's wrath, man. A vessel to honor, a vessel to dishonor. That's not just for the heathen or the so-called white man. That's also for the 2/3, man. The 2/3 have an important role to play, man. Because back in ancient Egypt, all Israel was delivered, but there was niggas that had to wander around the desert. Well, he ain't gonna allow you niggas to wander around the desert like that. You know, he gonna get most of you in this big missile party. You know, that's coming. Most of you gonna get in. Some of y'all might wander and then get kicked out or whatever else may happen later on. But most of you, he gonna get this way, man. You know, this is how he gonna get most of y'all. Anyway, we're gonna read Zechariah 13:8. It says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die." And with a mentality like these guys is putting out there about the chip, talking about IUIC, and this black Hebrew Israelite with tote guns in the air on that onyx spirit, man. You niggas is the 2 parts, man. Y'all the 2/3, man. That shall be cut off and die. It says, "But the 3rd shall be left therein," and because you can't pluck the elect out of the hand of Yahweh Shai, man. That out of the hand of Yahweh that was given to Yahweh Shai by Yahweh. You can't pluck them out the hand, man. You can't do that. It says, "But the 3rd part shall be left therein, and I will bring the 3rd part through the fire." So part of this fire that we have to go through is dealing with what you niggas done set us up with, man. You niggas done set us up as we're those killers out there, to be defamed, to be treated as you are, as niggas, man, as worldly as creatures, as carnal, as the Black Panthers, as so on and so forth. You niggas that don't deserve salvation, man. To group us in with all of that by putting that black Hebrew Israelite spirit out there. Right? It says, "And will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and we will call on, the elect will call on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua in death or in life, in salvation. Either way, and we will be delivered. In death or through salvation." He says, "And I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is our power." You know, so we're going to continue to beat y'all over the head with warning, man. Turn from your evil way, man. Mortify your members, man. You know, but understand, Akim, that's sincere out there, that this is a necessary evil that must come upon us, man. We have to deal with this. You know? So I'm going to close out right there. Lord willing, this was edifying. You know, this was just an easier way for me to put it up, because once I hit stop on this, it goes up, because it'll take me 3 days to upload a video for some reason in this area I live in or whatever. But so with that, I'm going to close out and say all praises and glories unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the elect, the house of David, those that fear the Lord, and that won't be out there doing nigga shit, man, without repentance, man. You niggas out there, man, that's doing that bullshit, man, y'all better repent. ISUPK, man, if any of y'all is sincere out there, y'all better repent, man. With that, I say shalom.